Profit, growth and a new factory are on the cards for 10-year-old Wellington Chocolate Factory. To explain, co-founder Gabe Davidson is with us now. Well, Gabe, first of all, congratulations on your 10-year milestone. How was Christmas trading?
Oh, it was fantastic. Thank you, and thanks for having me on the show. And it was brilliant. We actually had a quite a quirky, adventurous pop up at the Wellington Airport, and another pop up store in Willis Street, which we also had our friends Fix and Fog, Coffee Supreme, and a few others have some of their wares there. And so between those two stores, supermarkets, and retail, and out of our factory, it was a busy time. It was a busy
Was
time
it your
of
strongest Christmas?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was. Tours really crept up on us. We didn't expect them, particularly the junior tours during school holidays. They're lots of fun, and heaps of people coming through. But yeah, we're happy with with how it went. A lot of Christmases in the past we've actually run out of chocolate, so we didn't this year. We were well
Okay.
prepared.
You plan to turn a profit this financial year. How do you plan to achieve that?
Well, yeah, through a combination of tours, efficiencies, we've bought some equipment, chocolate making equipment, for example, our wrapping machine, which uh, a fast chocolate bar wrapper could foil and wrap and stick a bar in, 1.5 minutes, and this can do 40 in a minute. So yeah, efficiencies like that mean that we can, um, you know, uh, just have, yeah, it does our wages. We can with as many people produce more chocolate. Basically, we're sort of every purchase like that will allow us to expand and make more chocolate because we're at capacity.
Mm. You're also hoping to raise up to $2 million in the coming months to help fund a new factory. How much demand and interest do you think will be in that?
From the investor side, or from yeah, well, we've run a couple of capital raises in the past, nothing public, and they've always been successful. Um, we haven't decided exactly whether it's going to be a public capital raise or not at this point in time, but I think people always love chocolate. Chocolate's a great story, and being uh, Wellington, New Zealand's first bean to bar factory and the only one certified organic, and the great stories we have with and connections we have with the Pacific. Um, I think a lot of people really connect with that, and the mission that we're on. We're not just melting down industrial chocolate from big chocolate. We're actually bean to bar, making it ourselves, and visiting the farmers and making a difference. I think all of those elements of the company make it an interesting company to invest in, I think.
How important is this capital injection going to be at the 10-year mark?
It's probably a little bit overdue. Our accounts person came to me when we had the wrapping machine installed not long ago. He said, if you'd had this installed 9 years ago, you would have saved this much. um, but we've grown organically over the years. It's been fantastic, and we were in an essential service during COVID because we supply supermarkets. So we got through that okay. Um, where we are in Eva Street in the centre of town in Wellington is cool. It's a nice laneway. There's other foodie places in the laneway, but it's just too small for us now. So if we could get a purpose built or a factory fitted out for purpose with the right machinery, we could keep a similar amount, the same amount of staff, or a little more, and make a lot more chocolate. And that's what we need to do, so we don't have to look at outsourcing. So we can look at export. But at this point in time, it's a nice problem to have, not being able to produce enough chocolate for the demand. and having a place where we don't need to lug sacks of cocoa beans up 5 steps. We could use a forklift, and a grown-up factory is what we need.
Where will that be? Are you looking in Wellington or further afield?
Well, we wouldn't want to have to change our name, so it would be nearby. Perhaps in a more industrial area. Some of the chocolate making machines are very noisy. So, given that where we are is residential, we've had to be sensitive to that. So, um, as nearby as we can in an industrial area with about 2 to 3 times as much space as we have now would be ideal. And then with the right machinery, we'll be able to produce enough chocolate.
Mm. And the goal with that is to go international, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I think even after 10 years, we still have a long way to go for in New Zealand. We're in all key supermarkets, but not all. We have, including independent stores, about 200 retailers. So there's still a lot we can do in New Zealand, and great collaborations with uh, iconic brands. We want to keep doing them with Karen Walker, Palliser Estate, the airport, Zealandia. So all through the year, we're doing these great collaborations. So we'd love to be able to just say yes to all of those as well.
Mm. So the next 12 months for you, raising the capital to get you the muscle to build growing next year.
That would be, yeah, that would be a realistic timeline for us. But I'll certainly get back in touch once we have some more concrete dates around um, how much and exactly when we'll be looking to raise that. But at this point in time, the board meeting's in a couple of weeks, and I'll have more concrete information then.
Mm. How is the business going to perform over the next 12 months, and how do you see the economy playing into that?
I'm not an economist by any stretch of the imagination. Um, but for whatever reason, through the ups and downs over the last 10 years, we've always grown double digits every year. Um, we're always trying new things. Some of them work, some of them don't work. But for whatever reason, we always grow, even during the difficult times. And I think it's one of those items that it's a little bit of a luxury that we can enjoy ourselves, even if times are tough. Maybe we won't go out to that fancy restaurant, but we would have a quality, ethical chocolate. And with the new machinery and efficiencies, we've managed to release a new range, a hero range, which is less expensive. We started off at 13.50 a bar, and now our chocolate will be sort of close to half that, depending on which range you can get. So it's less of a purely a gifting chocolate.
Gabe Davidson, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.